competitor in this event. And looks like Blue's about to get hammered. You guys just missed that. Blue just got taken out by that wave. But, yeah, neat to see Hunter Griffith and John Griffith surfing together, keeping it all in the family. Both of them have beautiful style. Hunter, like me, is plagued with being a goofy footer here in Santa Cruz. But kind of neat to see those two. I'd love to see those two in a heat together. A little father-son battle.
Oh, that would be something. You know, that's one of the things that I think. I mean, you got a boy, right, Matthew? And the day that it will be a life changer for us is when we're waiting for a wave and they paddle right around us and just call us out. So that day is coming sooner than later.
I know, it's coming. Right now, Matthew's 4 years old, so when we go surfing, he's on the board with me. So if there's no snaking at the moment.
Not yet. It
won't be long, you're right.
Not yet.
It's neat to see the kids today. Earlier today at the race, we had a handful of Groms that were out there and did the short course. So that was kind of neat. And then while you guys were having your little siesta, while we were trying to get things set up here at the lane, I drove by Cal's and watched the Cal's SGP Classic. As we see Black on the inside, this guy is going to town. He's picking off beautiful waves on the inside.
Beautiful. And right in front of the judges again.
That's Ed Hayes.
Look at that.
Look at the pocket on this thing.
Oh. Let's bring a quick instant replay right now because it's somewhat of a lull, so let's check it out. Here we go, instant replay brought to you by Oakley. Let's take a look at this right. Here we go, a slow-mo. That is Jeff Clark. Got his bottom turn right there. Gets back to the face. Off the top, he sets up, cut back, and that was a wild turn right there, and he makes it. Nope, not quite.
I think he couldn't help himself. He saw that little section right there and just put a little oomph in that little turn, and I don't think he really cared that it was going to push him too far back in the whitewater.
But I'll tell you, like big wave rider legend, he is ripping the small waves. I mean, these are not turns that you can practice in big surf.
No.
You try to do that, I'm sure you're going to be getting like a blue sign for your car there, handicap.
Well, not to interrupt you, but it just crossed my mind. Speaking of big surf, what kind of year has this been for stand-up paddling and big wave surfers?
Yeah, that's right. We saw it earlier this year.
Crazy. There's Jeff Clark just banging the top on that wave. The wave offered almost nothing, and he just spanked that thing.
Yeah, so right now we're 3 minutes into the heat. Jeff Clark with a wave count of 300. And
I love it.
Jeff Clark, I mean, you got to do it. Look, big surf is, you get cold there because you're sitting for a long time, but you got to have explosive paddling because when that set comes, you better get moving. Otherwise, you either will eat it or you got to be able to catch that wave. So it's an incredible skill set you got to have. You got to be able to withstand the cold water. Your body gets stiff because you're sitting there, for long periods of time. You're looking at like 20-second swells. But when the swell does come, you got to be moving at like explosive speeds to be in position to catch that wave.
Yeah, and there's Mike Vaughn on a little wave on the slot. And then over here's Hunter Griffith again. Kid's got some style.
He does have some style. Look at those turns. Really nice. He got a little bit of a tail slide on the cutback. Going again for another cutback. Trying to milk that wave. Working on his backhand. And working on your backhand can be trickier. So especially as you are on the stand-up paddle board because you got to deal with the paddle switching back and forth. And a lot of times it is not a natural way to place the paddle, but you just got to make it happen and twist, turn, and go for it.
Well, like I said, I'm a goofy footer, so I have made my career looking over my right shoulder to surf out here. Living in Santa Cruz, you don't go frontside very much as a goofy footer, but the advantage I think you do have is you can put a little bit more push into your back foot going backside. When you come off the bottom, you can really throw the board around because you're facing down into the wave. So there is that advantage, but it's tough. You're not quite as nimble when your back is to the wave.
Here we go. Well, I'm sorry, Duke, but I think we got an instant replay. There's not much going on outside, so let's bring it on.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. There we go, Hunter. On his backhand.
Using the paddle.
Look at that. That was really stylish right there. Look.
Little soul arch into the wraparound.
There we go.
Oh, how's the little push right into the whitewater with this
I
paddle?
know. Here we go. Boom. And there. Setting up again.
Oh.
A little bit of a tail slide there on that turn.
Yeah, I drifted a little bit.
Gets the speed. Pumping another cutback. There you go. Little slow-mo. 3 cutbacks on that little ride, so that was not shabby.
Yeah, and you saw at the end of that wave, he was kind of forcing it. He had to do a little double pump to get himself back into the whitewater. But, I mean, he made the most of that wave. I know the judges would like to see more variety. The 3 cutback program is cool, and it gets him a score, but it's not going to get him a winning score, especially when you have Jeff Clark, who's, I don't know, he's on Red Bull or something out there.
He is on something.
But it's been 10 seconds, and he has 72 waves as
That's
he goes again
right.
now. Here
That's
goes Jeff.
There we go, Jeff Clark. Beautiful takeoff, lining up. There is that classic big wave stance. Nice turn off the lip. It's going to set up here for him.
Looks like it's going to run a little bit. Let's see
There
how
we
he
go, a little
ends
bit of a floater, and whoops, not quite. I don't think he could have made that section. He would have to have been maybe like a Joe Parkinson, Kelly's later 3-mile floater.
A Paco, that's what we need. We need an Australian on the mic over here. It doesn't sound right without the Aussie
I
accent.
know,
We need to
there's
get
just
Jamie Mitchell
something.
up here.
That's cheating, that accent, you know?
Yeah.
At the heat, this is heat 27 with a set surfing shootout.
So we got about 5 minutes left in this heat. And I don't know how you guys are scoring it at home, but from here on the couch, I'd say Jeff Clark has a pretty good handle on this heat, and it's his heat to lose.
So let us know, who do you think is going to win? Tweet us, and with the hashtag SurfTacSO13, SurfTacSO for Shootout13, and let us know who you think is going to win. Is it going to be Jeff Clark? Is it going to be Hunter? And now we have blue.
That's Mike Vaughn.
Mike Vaughn, all the way from, I think, Hermosa Beach, California.
That is by far his best wave
That
of the heat.
is.
He's surfing it really well. This section is going to be nice. His board's bouncing around a little
A
bit.
little bit too much, but he got a good ride out of that.
Best
Got a
wave for
few
sure.
turns, a few bottom turns. And Mike Vaughn paddles with the whales. I'm sure you've seen some of those epic
I have
photos.
Seen it, yeah. All you guys down there are paddling with the sea life.
That's right.
Chuck
Look,
Patterson.
middle peak here is going off.
So this is Ed Hayes, and he has just made his entire heat based around middle peak, and it seems
Nice
to be
turn
paying
off
off.
the top. Yeah. Right in front of the judges here, ladies and gentlemen, setting up for the cutback. A little bit of a tail slide. He's going to try to go off the lip again, having to go for that cutback one more time. It looks like it's going to connect all the way in. There we go, a little bit of another turn,
That wave is
and
gonna
he keeps going. Now, the judges have made quite clear that once you wrap around the point here and they can't see you, it's over. So no point in keep riding.
It's hard.
Riding
It's hard to pull out though when the thing keeps lining up. And that section, he started out at middle peak and he worked his way in. And right when he got just in front of the cliff, that's indicators, and that's when the wave really turns on, and that's when it becomes a real high performance wave. And I like to think that on a good day, it probably resembles Rincon down in Santa Barbara. That inside the cove, it just runs along the sandbar and gets real concave and really allows for a lot of
Now, I got a
waves.
story about that. I got a wave yesterday from the point all the way through tabletops, middle peak, indicators, and I just stopped short of cows. But it was a really nice ride. That's one of the benefits of stand-up paddle boarding. You can crank that paddle. Here we go, the instant replay. And there's Ed Hayes, right?
You know what? I was wrong. That is Griffin Ross. So I've been giving
Griffin
Ed Hayes.
Ross.
Ed Hayes is probably stoked right now because I've been
Yeah.
calling Griffin Ed Hayes. But I apologize,
Griffin
and
Ross.
to Griffin's fans. He is tearing this place apart. It's good to see.
Slow down a little bit to set up. He now will set up for the cutback. Here we go. Digging that paddle on his right hand, and that was a nice ride.
Taking a few strokes.
Yeah, that was a great ride. Really good wave choice by Griffin. And here's Hunter Griffith. Doesn't quite pull that little top turn, backside hack. But so yeah, I apologize, Griffin. You are putting on quite a show right now, and you deserve the credit. Sorry to give that to Ed Hayes. I'm sure he'll put on a show in the next heat, number 27. But Griffin Ross is making a name for himself today, And what a heat to do it in, matched up against Jeff Clark and Mike Vaughn. Pretty impressive performance by Griffin.
Thank you for bringing up some good music here.
Yeah, that is. He's definitely going with a different style. You got all the way on the outside, Jeff Clark going for the long rides, good wave count, driving down the line. And on the inside here at Middle Peak, you got Griffin Ross with a much shorter board, trying to do some turns off the top, some tail slides, and just show off in front of the judges. So very different strategies. And it's difficult when you're sitting here at Middle Peak because you're looking outside, and on the outside, you are seeing the guys catching waves, and it's very difficult to keep your concentration because it kind of like, well, I got to catch some waves too, and a lot of times you make a mistake. So here we go on the inside is Hunter.
Hunter found a nice little wave, kind of did the little soul crouch into the pocket. And that was a beautiful wave. And Jeff Clark is on the outside, just banged a huge rebound.
Goodness.
You guys didn't see that at home, I don't think.
They did. We had that
guys?
on the screen. We're going to have an instant replay of that coming up, but we just missed it.
It's tough. I mean, we had 3 cameras, but there was a lot of action going on.
Cameras.
Four cameras, right. Griffin is on the inside here, ending his heat.
Griffin Ross, beautiful tail
layback
slide on the inside there.
So Jeff Clark put a nice ending to his. He started the thing off with a bang, and caught the wave of the heat right off the gun, and then ended it with literally with a bang by bashing that whitewater as that left was coming towards him. So pretty impressive heat. I think all the guys stayed busy, and it was good to see young Hunter Griffith kind of mixing it up with the boys, and he kind of showed that he belongs to be out there with those guys.
So that is the end of the heat. We're going to go into a commercial break right now.